Hi everyone, Aaron Ninness here, your loan pro from Denver, Colorado, with another episode of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? Today we're going to be talking about using your 401k for down payment, a possibility that actually a lot of buyers don't know is something you can use your 401k for. So stay tuned for that. As always, if you like the information, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, do what you need to keep getting this every week. It is a weekly service. Otherwise, thanks for watching this episode of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? Well, thanks again for watching this episode, How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? Today I want to discuss an option for down payment that many clients overlook, your 401k. For many people, a 401k might be the only type of savings they have, and it actually can be used to buy a home. For many first-time buyers, saving for a down payment is often cited as the #1 reason why they are waiting to buy. But if you have a 401k, you might have access to the needed funds right now. Being able to borrow from your 401k is allowed under provisions in the hardship withdrawal language that was passed by Congress to use your 401k. Now, why this wording is set up with a focus on being able to access your funds without penalty if you fall in hard times, there are also provisions for you to use the funds to purchase a home. Taking money out of your 401k can typically be done in two ways. The first is an early withdrawal, where you're actually taking the money from the fund under the hardship provision, and it would be incurring a 10% tax penalty because it's liquidated. Although there would still be a tax penalty, it's less than what a standard income tax penalty would be if you did a generic withdrawal. The second type of withdrawal, you would actually be borrowing your funds from your 401k, and it's actually pretty appealing because the funds and the money being borrowed are still invested, and then the interest being charged is paid to yourself. Because there is a loan, there is a monthly payment on the funds borrowed, but us as lenders, me as a lender, does not have to count that against you in the qualification process. Where you need to be careful is in researching your specific company's policies on using those funds. Sometimes the company will place a restriction on whether or not you can continue to contribute to your 401k, and an outstanding loan, which might also include not receiving a matching contribution if that's something you get. I've also seen companies who only allow one loan at a time, so if you need another one, you'd be out. And then there's companies with no restrictions at all. So you need to ask around, and really it comes down to, is it worth it? Is it worth it to use the funds? And if it allows you to buy a home sooner, it might be worth it. It also is reimbursing yourself. So in many cases, the increase in payment that you have is no different than what you might have from down payment assistance. But down payment assistance has a lot of times the money owed back as well, and higher rates. So there's the added bonus that you're actually paying yourself back. Now, the IRS does require a market rate to be charged, but the interest rate is paid to you and your 401k. So in order for you to decide if this is a solution, first thing you want to do is actually have a conversation with your HR office or 401k rep to review what's allowed, what's not allowed, and then any restrictions that would come if you did access that money. It's also worth your time to chat with a tax professional on any details or consequences that you might want to be aware of before engaging into this. But in the end, you'll be able to figure out how much money is available to you, how quickly you can get those funds, and if it's worth it. Typically, you have to be under contract, you have to identify the property, and then from there it only takes a couple weeks. As always, if you have any questions on this, again, ask your HR contact. You can talk to your 401k rep, they can help. But you're also welcome to contact me. We've seen a lot of this been used in the past on quite a few transactions, and would be happy to kind of go through some of those options with you. As always, you could call, email, or visit me online at financemedenver.com, and we'll go from there. Otherwise, thanks for watching this episode of How Much Mortgage Can I Afford? And we'll catch you on the next one.